Okay, welcome to Blood and Hope Detroit. We're having great times tonight, guys. It's been a night. I'm the Storyteller, but Feyla, words are difficult. We'll get to everyone else in a second. If things happen tonight, if someone drops in the middle of the game, we'll just move to a different screen and keep going as best we can. There's been a lot of issues during the start of this one, so we are doing what we can. Thank you for understanding. So, joining me this evening is Cocia playing Lottie.
Hello.
Dengle playing Rufus.
Hi.
Nenavar playing William.
Hello.
And then, new character for Buttons again. By the name of Uriel. So that will be fun times ahead. Recap of last game.
Urban exploration, baby.
Yeah, there's that. Lottie got put on a wild goose chase by Terrence in a roundabout way.
Feyla was scared of William for some reason.
And Rufus claimed an entire swath of the city.
He also got a birthday present, didn't he?
It's not really his birthday, but yes.
He paid for it.
Of sorts, yeah.
Well, he also should have sent a chunk of money, too, because that book was worth more than a single identity.
Yeah. I just assumed that we took care of that.
Yes. So, before we start this, because we're trying to remember to do this, this is the World of Darkness. It's a very dark game. There's potentially things that could come up that could make you uncomfortable, so trigger warnings ahead. We don't know what's going to happen in this game. If something makes you uncomfortable, stop, put it away, walk away. Maybe come back to it if you think you can handle it. If not, just skip it, because mental health's important. That being said, let's start with the rouse checks.
I finally passed one!
I finally failed one.
I was gonna say, guess who gets to start the night out on 2 hunger?
What did you say, William?
Failed.
And Rufus, you've passed them before. You've been at 3 hunger and didn't go to 4.
I mean, that is fair. But I passed one before I got to 3 hunger.
3 seems to be your limit, thankfully. So, the night comes, the sun sets, and the hour of the Kindred has come upon us all as you wake up. What would you all like to begin doing this evening? Start with Cocia.
Sure. So Lottie will wake up and obviously you have to get dressed. So she's gonna wear a 3-piece like pencil suit today. That feels good for her with her typical high ponytail. She's gonna take Duncan on a walk and then have a little chitty chat with Willow if Willow is actually awake.
Yes, Willow would have been awake. She was cooking in the kitchen when you woke up. On the electric stove, of course. And we might have lost... Oh, nope, you're back. Maybe?
What's she making? I didn't hear anything of what you just said.
That's fine. That was just Megs.
Gonna have beans and toast?
Haha.
I mean, it's a staple in England.
And we aren't there anymore.
Nope, we're still English.
I'm sick of beans.
Fine. I can't even remember what they taste like anymore. Yeah. Anyways, how was your trip? You seem to have gotten in earlier than I expected.
I just drove straight through because there seemed to be a lot you needed to tell me.
Yeah.
What all happened here?
Lots of things happened. So we have a little bit of what should I say? Cold War, I guess is the best way to say it, on the horizon. The Semitsi are being blamed for the Nosferatu deaths, but they're not actually involved with it. The Nosferatu are being hunted. It's a big thing.
Hunted by what?
I don't know. Diabolist or something? Kind of forget.
That's
wasn't
not
fully
good.
in all those conversations. No, it's not good. So, it's a bit hairy here in Detroit.
Has anything else happened?
Well, there's all of that. Talk to Cass, so you can let Terrence know. It went great.
Oh, you did? What happened?
Oh, yep, she gave me the 411. Surprisingly easy to become a Baron. So, goals.
Oh, yeah? What'd she
Yep.
say?
That basically you just go and do it. There's no hierarchy, you just do.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that was weird too. I was like, but what about all the steps? She's like, no, there's no steps, you just go do.
That seems remarkably uncomplicated.
I would agree with you on that. Yes, I would.
So did she tell you what they're doing here, or how'd the conversation go?
It was a little rocky. Not overly so. But yeah, it was a little awkward. But I think it went well in the end. Kind of seemed confused as to why I was asking how to do it, because like you just do it. She's here because it's kind of up for grabs right now, so she just did.
Well, there really isn't a real power base here. There's individuals.
That is very true. You know, I guess the Sabbat leaving and Second Inquisition will do that.
Yeah. Yes, it would.
Alright, well, I'm gonna take Duncan for a walk. You wanna come with, or are you gonna eat your eggs?
I'm gonna stay here. I'm not up for going out tonight, I don't think.
Okay. Take it easy. Enjoy a bubble bath or something.
I think I'll do that. So, you leave Willow there? Okay.
Indeed.
Rufus, is there anything in particular you would like to start the evening with?
Getting the transcript for William that he promised him the night before. regarding his special story. And then just checking his phone for any messages, any calls, anything like that. For anything odd or from the Gangrel.
No, the Gangrel has not gotten hold of you yet.
Okay. He would check in with Chris as well, just make sure everything's okay with him. But wouldn't have a specific task for him to do.
Okay. So he would message you back pretty quickly. Like, yeah, I've just been hanging out with the people I met a few days ago.
Okay. Just stay out of trouble. You're smarter than I gave you credit for the first time that we met.
Really? Thanks.
But yeah, besides that, just getting ready for the evening and yeah.
Was this the evening you were going to do your thing at the school? Or was it in the next few nights?
He wouldn't immediately start with that.
Okay. Just checking. William.
Checking with Chris first.
Okay. He'll message you saying, yeah, just hanging out with the people I met the other day. That Deidre introduced me to.
Good. Make sure you stay safe.
Yep. Not getting into any of the crazy shit you guys get into. If you need something, though, let me know, I guess.
Sounds good. After that, William is going to probably pull up and try to get rid of that hunger.
Okay. Give me... charisma and... subterfuge, persuasion, performance, whichever you'd like.
Let's do persuasion tonight. Three successes.
Okay. So you managed to find one of the people who are playing the music there. They're taking a break between sets, and you actually kind of cozy up to one of them, if that is your choice. If not, you can find somebody else.
Yeah, we'll cozy up to him.
Okay. So, they are the guitarist of the group. So, are you just going to feed? Are you going to do something else?
Feed and take one hunger off.
Okay. So you leave them with a pleasurable experience of the evening. And then send them on their way.
Yep.
Okay. So, you are down to one hunger, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so we will get back with him in a little bit. Uriel, how do you start your evening?
They are going to go through their usual routine of getting ready, standard clothes on, just a pretty unassuming outfit for a Tremere. Just a black turtleneck with a high collar and full-length sleeves and black slacks and some dressy shoes and their hair pulled back, standard makeup on and all that fun stuff. And then they are going to text Deidre, hey, is it slow tonight?
You will get a response within 10 minutes. Yeah, mostly. Why?
Excellent, I'm coming over. We have much to discuss.
Go ahead.
And she'll make her way over to Charlotte's. See if she can stop in and get a drink, but if not, not a big deal. They're only at 2 hunger. And then after that,
you just have to pay like most people.
Yeah, they'd be happy to pay a fee. And
would Uriel be a semi-regular visitor to the club?
Since they're a known associate of Deidre, I'd say so.
Okay, so one thing you do notice is that the usual ghoul of Charlotte's is not there. Usually he's either the one leading people down or also working the bar with Deidre, and he is not there this evening.
Would they know his name?
Yeah, no one else in the group does, apparently, but Uriel does. It is, Lawrence, sorry.
Okay. So, once they've drunk, they'll make their way over to Deidre and...
Also, real fast, it is Sanguine tonight.
Ooh. Very nice, very nice. We're gonna savor that one. Once they've taken a hunger off, they'll approach Deidre with an interesting looking flyer in hand, but first they'll start off. So I noticed Lawrence wasn't here. Is there anything I should know about?
Maybe. It's been a minute. We're starting to get concerned.
Well, I should certainly hope so. First the Nosferatu and now Lawrence. Is anyone else gone missing?
He had some people with him. Not ghouls, but he had some people with him, so we weren't as concerned. But Charlotte's gonna look into that tonight.
Well, hopefully we don't have our own unique form of Niktuku. I've heard nasty things about them.
Yeah, I've done some reading lately. King had a book on them, or found one. It's not something we need around here.
Oh. I wonder if he still has that book. Maybe I should pay him a visit some point.
I don't think he's planning on selling that one.
Oh no, maybe he'll loan
No,
it
I mean
for
he
5
still
minutes?
has it because I don't think he's going to be selling it after what happened.
Okay, good. At least he's got a level head on him.
Yeah. More than some.
The But the main reason I wanted to talk to you is... what do you know about this? And she's going to slide a flyer across the bar, and it's one of Rufus's flyers.
Deidre will take it and look at it like, I haven't really seen these. I haven't, done a whole lot out there. Charlie keeps me pretty busy. But I think this is Rufus. He's been here a couple of times.
Rufus. The name sounds familiar.
If you wanted to stick around, I think Charlotte is going to be asking them to come in.
That sounds wonderful.
And while this conversation is taking place, Rufus and William receive a text from Charlotte. Would it be possible for you and your coterie to come to my club tonight?
Sounds good. I'll be there shortly.
And Rufus would respond with an absolutely. Give me just a minute to get down there, and I'll be there. I'll make sure that Lottie also knows.
Thank you. And we'll check back with you guys in a moment, but that happened during this conversation. Continue, Uriel.
So what can you tell me about Rufus? As I said, I think I've only met him in passing.
I've only met him a couple of times here and only very briefly. Seems well-spoken, well-mannered. He's been very polite. Drives a van.
Oh, surely not.
Yes, from what Lauren said, it was quite the sight.
Seems quite charismatic. I'll have to keep an eye on him. See if he can put his, what's the phrase? Put his money where his mouth is.
Well, you do that. Well, like I said, he was polite, but those are the ones you have to watch out for, right?
Always.
Never know what's going on with those ones.
We all have our secrets. And they'll wink at Deidre.
And she will let out a loud laugh and then get pulled away to help someone else. Is there anything else you would care to do, or while you wait?
Just kind of listen to the gossip in the area.
Okay. There is some. There's a few people talking about how there's a sudden lack of Nosferatu and how it's more difficult to get some of the information or blood bags or this and that. Other people are talking about how there's new Kindred arriving. No one seems to know really where they're coming from. And other comments on how they've been seeing a few more thin blood around than they have in the past year or two. But there's just other general talk as well. Normal Kindred politics. So, we will leave Uriel for a moment. William, do you do anything special as you make your way to the club?
Can William check in with Debbie?
What was that?
So can William check in with Debbie?
You can send a message or call her, yes.
I'll send her a message.
Okay, what would you like to send?
I was just gonna say, are you coming to Charlotte's tonight?
What would Debbie respond?
Oh, bless your heart, sweetie. I'm out of town. I've been out of town.
Oh, okay. I'll see you when you get back.
Sure. ...
Okay. So after that response, is there anything else?
Nope, just send straight to Charlotte's.
Okay. So you are relatively close. You would arrive there before everyone else. You do maybe notice that the typical ghoul is not there. You would know him as Lawrence, of course. But he is not there. And there is someone else that lets you down. Another ghoul, but not one that you see typically working that position. And you were let down. It's less crowded than usual. Deidre is talking to someone at the bar. So you are free to do what you'd like.
Just mingle with the other Kindred.
You would what?
Mingle with the other Kindred.
Okay. So we will get back to you shortly. Rufus, and then Lottie. What would you guys like to do?
Rufus would first contact Lottie saying, we are requested at Charlotte's. Not sure exactly why, however, figure probably wouldn't hurt to at least show up.
I will take Duncan back home and then I'll be over.
And after that short conversation, he would kind of be in, they'd dress casual, wouldn't have like his Roman collar on. He would actually wear like a normal long sleeve sweater and like still a coat. Then he would start heading that way.
Okay. So it does take you a little bit to get there. Not too far though, especially... No, it would take you a while to get there because of where you parked the previous evening. So, we will get back with you in a little bit. Lottie, I assume you take the dog back and then get ready. Willow is reading a book when you get back.
I'll be out
Everything
probably
okay?
all night. Yep. I just have errands to run.
Okay, well, stay
Such is
safe.
life.
Seems to be pretty dangerous here.
Indeed it is. But, you know, what's life without a little danger?
Safe?
Yeah. Kind of miss safe and boring.
I mean, Chicago's got its own dangers, but at least you're not gonna get diablerized in the streets.
This is true. I mean, honestly, that could happen anywhere, but, you know.
It's really unlikely to happen there. You know, there's a real big punishment for that one.
There is. This is true. But, you know, that's what happens whenever other people are in power. Alright.
You sure
I
this
gotta
is
go.
what you
I'll be
want? Bye.
Yep, pretty sure. Love you, bye.
Bye. So your driver takes you. Even waiting for them to pick you up and drop you off, you would still arrive there before Rufus. So you are let in. There is an unfamiliar ghoul, but they seem to recognize you and let you down without any problems. William is there, and Deidre is helping other guests and mortals after they've been fed on.
William, do you know what's going on?
Yeah, I was waiting for you guys to show up.
Well, Reverend messaged me. He should be here shortly.
And a little bit after that, maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes, Rufus, you arrive. Are you parking your van at the place or somewhere else?
Again, down the road, not to ruin the facade.
You wouldn't be in trouble if you did park there, by the way.
I know.
Okay. So yeah, you are let down. You see Lottie and William, and then Deidre is at the bar.
Okay. You would head over to Lottie and William.
Friend, I'm glad that you made it.
Yes. Has anybody checked in yet?
No.
Yeah.
Sadly, not surprised. However, it's fine. Let's go.
Well, you're our fearless leader. You should be the one to take care of this. You're older than us.
Right. However, you got here first. I think that being Ventrue and Toreador, you would have already taken care of the formalities, but it's fine.
I'm taking care of formalities with a few other of us, just not Charlotte.
Like I said, it's fine. And he will walk over to Deidre.
Almost immediately as you walk up. Oh, good. We were waiting on you guys. Everything okay?
Yes, I just had a long trip in, and apparently they wanted to wait for me to check in.
I had wondered. I saw them, but I wasn't able to get away from the bar to go get them.
Next time we won't wait.
Okay. Let me let Charlotte know that you guys are here. And then she will turn to Uriel, who's sitting at the bar, and just give a nod. I'll be back. And then walk away.
Rufus, honestly, probably go find like the closest table and wait for Deidre to get back.
Okay. There is one not too far off that's free. And
Lottie
after a
will
few...
continue to wait at the bar.
Okay. William?
William's going to continue mingling.
Okay. Give me... Because I would love to see how this goes. Persuasion and charisma. If you're being nice about it. Or etiquette, if you have it.
Another 3 successes.
Okay. So you don't flounder and flub the mingle. You don't make any enemies tonight. So after a few minutes, Deidre comes back and does spot Rufus, but heads to Lottie as she's at the bar still. So she'll be out in a few minutes. She's got to finish up taking care of some stuff. And then we'll get to what needs to happen. She has a request for you guys tonight.
Understood. I'll let Rufus know and William wherever he ran off to.
Thank you.
Off Lottie goes.
And Deidre will return to the bar. Or actually, before she returns to the bar, she will grab a mortal that someone has fed on and walk them to the back room.
After a moment, Uriel will turn to Lottie, who's also at the bar with her. I apologize. I don't think I've seen you around before. I'm Uriel. Dr. Uriel Katzer.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lottie Parks.
You're an associate of Reverend Rufus?
Yes.
I apologize, this is normally a little bit more forward than I like to be. Would you mind introducing us?
Why not? Let's go. And Lottie will walk them over to the table. Rufus, this is Uriel. She wanted an introduction. Or she, he, they?
They. Thank you,
They
dear.
like an introduction.
Rufus will just kind of stare at them. I don't think we've ever met, so yeah, an introduction would be in order. Reverend Rufus Horton.
Delighted to meet you, Reverend. This is going to be a little bit embarrassing, but we did meet briefly. However, I was wearing a different face. I'm not surprised that you wouldn't remember it. It was many, many years ago.
Different face usually points to either Zemitzi, which I don't believe you're of Cat's Brood, Nosferatu, given certain abilities, or and he kind of huffs a little bit, or others that can do obfuscate. There's a few.
A fun little guessing game, to be sure, but all incorrect, unfortunately. My position is unique, and for now I'd like to keep it that way. I am of the Tremere.
Oh.
An
And how may I
associate
help you?
Deidre's. I found your flyer and was very interested in what you've got going on. Wanted to hear a little bit about your ministry, as it were.
I mean, it's just a humble congregation, really. I cater to those that kind of cast out from society, transient, not necessarily fully legal to be in this country, homeless, or tends to be around that crowd a lot.
Interesting.
It is.
If you don't mind.
It is more Protestant based. Certainly not Catholic. And it is Christian. So if that is any bearing on the next question.
Not at all. I was simply going to ask, what drew you to this particular persuasion of Locke?
It's a long story that we don't have time for right now, unfortunately. I have a appointment with Charlotte.
Yes. Well, you've certainly been gracious in allowing me to have my curiosities. If you would like my assistance for the evening, I'm certainly free. I'm always happy to do a favor for Miss Charlotte.
Speaking of, Charlotte does come out. Has William come to the table as well?
Yes, he would have started working his way over when Uriel approached.
Okay. So, you arrive shortly before Charlotte, but Charlotte does actually come out, wearing one of her nice evening gowns. Oh, good. I am so glad you are all here. If you wouldn't mind following me back to the office again, there's a few things I wish to discuss with you. Uriel, welcome back.
Thank you for having me, Miss Charlotte.
They will be back with you in a few minutes, dear.
Of course.
Please follow me. And she will sweep back to her office.
And Rufus will stand and kind of give a polite nod as he follows.
And William will follow and give a familiar wave.
Okay. So Lottie follows as well.
Of course.
And you were led back to the office. It's the same as you saw it last time. Lottie and William see a familiar crystal flower on the desk. And she motions for you to sit down. I didn't exactly want to ask for assistance on this, but something has come up and I am beginning to worry. You may have noticed that Lawrence isn't here tonight. He was sent out on a lead to find... What's the name? Frank. Chris's sire, I believe, if you recall.
Okay.
Professor Fred, either way. Lawrence is now missing. And you all had quite the successful venture looking for the missing Nosferatu. And if you would be so kind to see if you could track him down for me.
How long has he been gone?
He checked in yesterday night, although I haven't seen him in 2 or 3 days now.
Hopefully I'll send him checked in and not someone else.
I'm beginning to be concerned about that as well. The last area I know he was in was heading to between where the Chantry's domain is and Cassidy's domain is. I don't know much more than that.
Okay. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't be willing to help you.
I agree. I don't see an issue with this.
I'm into.
I appreciate that very much, and we will work out a payment for you after, if that is acceptable.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of terms.
Yes. Payment in one form or the other. Another, of course. I was going to have Deidre accompany you, but since Uriel is here, she doesn't know the area around the chantry.
Right, it's my understanding that they are Tremere, so would
Yes.
kind of fit.
Yes,
And it would
she's
probably
around sometimes, friends with Deidre.
right, and it would probably also be a sort of free pass, so we don't arouse too much suspicion looking around.
Yes, that would be most ideal. I can bring her back here if you would like me to discuss that with her.
Either you can bring them back here, or we can go out there and discuss personally.
I would like to keep that Lawrence is missing on under the radar, if possible. As under the radar as possible.
I tend to keep secrets fairly well, so definitely not
Yes,
something-
it's just not something I wish to discuss in the middle of the club with many ears listening.
right.
So, give me a moment and I will bring her back here. If you're amenable to her accompanying you. I'm sorry, them accompanying you.
Absolutely.
No, she's friends with Deidre. She's probably pretty good. Decent.
Decent enough, as any kindred could be. And she leaves you in her office. Uriel. She does come out to you and sit next to you at the table, if you're still there.
Uriel would be, yeah.
Well, my dear, I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh,
Yes, you seem to have acquainted yourself with Rufus, William, and Lottie. What are your thoughts?
capable. At least Rufus is. The others I haven't been able to gauge much. There's more to them than they let on, and I respect that.
Well enough. Do you have plans for the evening?
None that are immutable.
Would you, perchance, come back to my office with me? I have a proposition to discuss with you and them.
Of course. And grinning Uriel will stand.
So, before they return, is there anything the three of you would like to do, say, or talk about?
Reverend, you smooth bastard. And he's gonna just start the flower.
You noticed, I see. You didn't think that I would keep that for myself, would you?
Figure you maybe had a plan for it.
It was gift of good faith is all that was. The first meeting was less less than I had hoped for. Put it that way.
Makes sense.
small gift goes a long way after all.
That's not necessarily the smallest gift in the world, however, it is a fitting one. She seemed to enjoy it when I handed it over. So
I don't think there's too many of those around, so likely somewhat rare.
fairly. But anyway, it's hers now. It's not mine. That's all that matters.
And then the door handle turns, and Charlotte enters with Uriel following behind her. Charlotte will go sit at her desk and motion for Uriel to take a seat.
Which they will.
So, I already told them. Lawrence, you may have noticed, is not here tonight. He has been out running an errand for me and trying to figure out some information about another Toreador and where they could have gone. He checked in yesterday, and I haven't actually seen him in a few days, and he hasn't said anything tonight or the past few days other than that brief location check-in. He was somewhere between the Chantry's domain and Cassidy's.
Ah.
Given all of the disappearances, I'm beginning to be concerned.
Well, I can certainly see why. And if he disappeared on Chantry grounds, that's even more concerning.
Exactly. Some of your peers have proclivities that are concerning.
Indeed.
So, in order to make this as smoothly as possible, would you mind accompanying them, as they may have to be in Chantry territory?
I would be delighted.
Splendid. Is there any other questions I may be able to answer?
Do you know who all he was with before he disappeared?
He had some mortal escorts on him. They were bonded, but not ghouled.
Would you happen to know exactly what kind of vehicle or mode of transport they were taking? I assume they didn't just walk.
No, they did not. They had one of the cars, and she'll give make, model, and license plate and everything. It is a black... I should have expected this question, of course.
I assume four-door sedan.
Yeah. I'm not a car person, guys.
I figure that's about as much as I was going to get out of you.
Yep. I'll have a list of running cars at some point, I promise. Yeah, but she'll give you the make, model, the whole shebang. There was 3 others with him.
Okay. I assume they're less of a priority. They're still important, but less of a priority to find.
Yes, Lawrence is my main concern.
That's fair. I will do what I can. And I'm sure everybody else will also aid in the best abilities that we have.
Of course.
Did Lawrence have anything important on him?
Any what?
Anything important on him?
Oh, well, he had a firearm, of course, for defense, but mostly it's his knowledge that I'm concerned about. He has been with me a while and is very dear to me.
Like Reverend said, we'll try to bring him back.
It would be very much appreciated. Now, are any of you in need of feeding?
I took care of that earlier.
I should be okay. You know, Ventrues are very particular.
Of course. Rufus?
I'm fine for now.
If you are in need of it this evening, feel free to come back.
I will keep that in mind.
The sooner you are able to find some answers to this, the better. It would be very much appreciated for your expediency.
I assume if we also find Chris's sire, we should bring him back in one piece.
If you could. Not the main priority, but there is one there.
Chris's sire? I'm sorry, I feel like I missed a whole conversation.
Frankly, it's thin blood that we found and brought to Charlotte, hoping it wasn't a thin blood at first, and then became fairly apparent that it was.
Yes, he was inciting a breach and people were learning about us. And they handled it.
Well done.
I hear he's doing well.
Yes, he's making quite a few friends.
Yes, Deidre informed me that she introduced him to one of her contacts.
Yes, and I believe he's with them now. At least that's what he told me earlier.
Yeah, I took them on them earlier as well, so he's keeping out of trouble.
Let's hope that stays that way. Is there anything I can provide you while you do this for me?
Nothing for me. I believe I have everything that I need in my mobile workstation.
I believe I'm all set, thank you.
I'm good as well, thank you.
As am I.
Okay. Well, you all have ways to contact me. You are able to contact Deidre if you are in need of assistance as well. And keep me updated on what you find out, please. And she will stand and walk you to the office door and then through the recovery room. And then you are free to do as you wish. You are left to the middle of the club.
So straight to the Rhythmmobile.
Unless any of you have business to attend to here prior. or close by.
Oh no, I'm ready to go when you are.
Let's go.
Okay. So yeah, to the van.
As you approach the van, you see Uriel's face just kind of wide-eyed and first in shock, and then just this big grin cracks their face. Deidre really wasn't exaggerating. This is quite the van.
It's ancient now, actually, unfortunately. However, it still serves me quite well.
Impressive that it keeps running. You must take very good care of it.
I have to, unfortunately. Still trying to find something newer that would fit my lifestyle, however, it's difficult to find nowadays.
You can always look on YouTube. I've seen a bunch of videos of people converting regular vans into camper vans.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
that's
school
what I've done
bus
here.
fun?
Right, but finding something that's large enough that's, well, in good enough condition to not waste months on is most of the problem.
I used to know someone who lived out of an RV.
Done that as well. They fall apart quickly. At least that one did. Especially if you're using them for everyday use.
Yes. Indeed. William, was it?
Yep.
What was that? I'm sorry, you mentioned some sort of website?
YouTube? Don't.
I've heard a few of the newcomers to the Chantry speak of it a few times, but I don't do much on the internet myself. What is YouTube?
Yeah, it's a place where you go to watch, listen to music, watch movies. Some people upload bootleg videos of TV shows and all that, or just make their own.
You can find everything on YouTube, from learning how to crochet, sew, fix cars. Quite the educational tool as well as pure enjoyment.
Finally.
And do you do that YouTube thing?
Oh,
I've
goodness.
been thinking about using it to reignite my music plans.
So what's stopping you?
Animation. I'm trying to hide the fact that I don't age.
Well, if that's all, I can help you with that.
Oh, that'll be helpful. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Rufus. I didn't mean to cut you off. What was that you were going to say?
No, I was just going to say finally somebody that knows less of the newer technology than I do, apparently.
You could say I live in the libraries and museums around town. I don't have much time for computers these days.
I have one. I don't use it very often. But I do have one, and a printer. So. To do anything special, please I would probably just contact Lottie.
So you're this Coterie's tech specialist then?
Apparently so. It has always been something I've been well at throughout the ages as technology has grown.
Perhaps I might seek your help out one of these nights. It might be a good idea to keep up with the times.
It can be a useful tool.
Well, again, I appreciate your indulgence in my curiosity. I don't mean to hold us up. Shall we get going?
Absolutely. And Rufus will hop in, start the van up, and wait for everyone to pile in before taking off.
Lottie takes her normal seat at the table.
William's taking the front seat.
So Uriel is in the back with Lottie.
They're absolutely fine with that.
So you see the typical interior. I believe the bed would be folded away at this point.
Yes. Bed is folded away. There is a Bible on the small table. And then like a little countertop on the other side with a little wash basin. And then a small closet with some clothes.
Okay. Is there a secondary place to sit or just one?
Oh no, there's 2 seats.
Okay. So you do have a chair to sit in. And you begin driving. The location you were given is actually not in Kaz's domain that you are aware of. So it's likely actual Chantry's. It's not overly far from Charlotte's, but it will take a little bit to get there. Is there any discussions you wish to have? If not, we'll move on.
So long have you been around Uriel?
Quite a while. Let's see. Man, I grew up here before I was turned, but then I moved away. I guess that was so long ago. Let's see, it's been at least, let's see, what year is it? 22? 23?
22.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this was 50 years at least since my death.
Yeah, so we got turned around the same time.
End of January.
The beginning of April for me.
Well, at least I didn't wake up in a snowbank, I suppose.
Right. I assume you had a somewhat seamless transition.
Yeah, I'd say as far as these things can go, it wasn't terrible. definitely not what I was expecting from the night. However, at least my sire was of the agreeable persuasion. So I count my blessings.
So far, that makes one in the sand. Arguably, because I don't really know exactly how Terrence is. However, I know William yours sounds like an absolute peach, and I say that with all sarcasm.
Yeah, he was nice to chef first, but quickly decided I wasn't up to his par.
And mine said, "Congratulations, you live at night now," and left.
Well,
Well, I certainly do not envy you that.
Well, I've made it quite a while now, so it's fine. Some points were a bit shaky, but it's fine.
Well, since we're playing the get to know each other game, does anybody else have any questions for me? We are, after all,
Yes, it's
moving
this
into
is a very,
Tremere territory. Yes,
very
Lottie?
important question. Where did you get your shoes?
They're vintage. A gift from an old friend.
Ah, yes. They don't make shoes like they used to. They look amazing.
Thank you.
Now, I'm a bit hurt because mine are also vintage, and you haven't said that about mine.
Well, I also can't really wear your shoes without looking like a child, as we saw last night.
That is fair.
I mean, your short shoes, your dress shoes are amazing, though. You can tell how much love you put into them by keeping them well moisturized and supple.
Have to.
Such an odd word, supple. Supple.
You know, I never thought about it, but you're right. It is the unique word, isn't it?
apparently you two got into the tainted blood tonight.
I don't think so. In my experience, Tremere tend to be one of three ways, and this is probably the best. So,
Yes, I don't make it a habit of indulging like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, just not my preference.
That's fair.
William, you get a message, and it's from Chris, saying, "Hey, I follow my old friends on YouTube. Check this out. I know you know a lot about music. What do you think?" And he sends you a link. It's the The video quality is not great, but it's more so the music that is what you're supposed to be paying attention to. And it's good. It's somewhat reminiscent of what your old band used to do. But slightly more of a modern take on it. It's okay. There's definitely room for improvement.
William will leave a comment, giving them at least trying to give them helpful critiques.
Okay. Do you respond to Chris?
He'll respond and say, not bad. There is some room for improvement, but otherwise not bad.
Yeah, we tried. I guess I'm not part of that anymore, but like we were trying.
And he'll come message back. It takes a lot of practice, so if you guys keep at it, they'll get there eventually.
You want to give them some tips since I'm not allowed to go see them anymore?
Or you did.
What'd you say?
Already did.
Thanks. And he leaves off on that if you have nothing else to say.
Nothing else.
Okay. The drive continues. You are getting closer to where the heart of the Chantry's area is. You're starting to pass like large green spaces, more modern, cleaner architecture. And there's colleges and a lot of, even in the evening here, there is people walking around despite the cold.
Welcome to my neck of the woods. It's a lovely area, isn't it?
It is.
It's a lot nicer than some.
Certainly something. It's a nice change of pace. Especially given where we've been spending a lot of time lately.
Would that be in reference to your work with the Nos by any chance?
And Katrina. And I've got a small project that I'm working on personally, which admittedly is probably the worst part of town. However, it seems fitting for what I do.
You have your niche, as we all do. By the way, you'll certainly have to tell me more about your encounter with the Niktoku. Deidre told me all about that.
In due time.
Of course.
The basics was it was a weird mix of a frenzied vampire and a rational vampire. Well, Kindred.
Anyway, we are getting close. Please keep your eyes peeled. for the vehicle.
Very well.
So you are getting close to the last place that Charlotte had known about. And it is a parking structure. There's some vehicles in there if you do go into it. And you are kind of near the top third tier of it. You are able to find the vehicle. It is off on its own.
Okay.
As we approach it, can I put up Sense the Unseen?
There's nothing there.
William is going to search the car.
Okay. You would have been given the spare keys, so you do not have to break in. So when you open it, there is a stench coming from it, from the back. If you are attempting to smell.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, and Rev will go to the back and just kind of like pull it up just a little bit, just to kind of take a peek.
There is some black plastic bags, like a very large plastic bag in there.
Okay. He will raise it up a little bit more just to kind of be able to reach his hand in there and feel approximately how many entities are inside.
There is 3 separate bags.
Take his phone out, just kind of take a quick picture and just send it to Charlotte.
You immediately get a message back. Well then. I will send someone to pick up the car. Were you able to find out anything else yet?
Not yet. This is primary search of the vehicle, and we will be attempting to find more shortly.
Lovely. Is it at the location I gave you?
Yes.
Someone will be there soon.
William is also going to open the bags and see who's inside.
It is 3 people that you do not recognize, and they are, there is some stab wounds. One of them looks like they may have been shot.
Are any of them warrants?
No.
He'll ask Rev to text Charlotte that Lawrence isn't in there.
He will just kind of take that as a note and not do that yet.
Okay.
While they are investigating the bodies, can Lottie investigate the rest of the whole car?
So the car itself, the side you guys came up on looked fine. The other side of it does have some damage to it. No, it's not caved in or anything like that, but you could tell that it had probably been used in the fight. Like there is some small dents, some scratches. Looks like something almost like punctured through it, maybe a knife like a misstab or something like that.
Can I search the car, look underneath the car seats, glove compartment, see if there's anything of importance?
Yeah, go ahead and make me intelligence investigation. Or wits and investigation. Would Uriel like to do anything?
Uriel will keep sense the unseen up and keep an eye out for people who try to approach, since this is still a relatively populated area.
Okay.
And they will also kind of survey the immediate surroundings for any sense of a trail of destruction or a blood trail or drag marks, anything that might look suspicious or out of place.
So also give me intelligence and investigation.
Okay, so Lottie rolled really good. So we got 2 critical successes, so to speak, and then 2 regular successes, so that's 6 total.
Okay. So in the vehicle, you do find a wallet. If you open it, it does appear to belong to one of the people in the trunk if you had looked at them or made William look at them. So it is them. It is probably the people that Charlotte had sent. It does look like something happened in the vehicle, like potentially they were parked or something, and then the confrontation started in there. The interior isn't destroyed, but the more you look, the more you can see, like there is some damaging, like there's scuff marks, like someone was trying to fight something off. And the window, which you had initially thought may have just been rolled down, actually does look like it broke. Because you can find glass that had kind of been swept under one of the seats a little bit and then potentially cleaned up on the outside for whatever had fallen. So it was made to look like it was not damaged as much as possible. They're outside of the vehicle. You can find some bloodstains that you had missed on your initial inspection, but again, looks like they had tried to clean it up, so it wasn't immediately obvious that something was wrong.
So whoever did this definitely tried to cover their tracks. They tried to make things look as neat as possible. Also, I found a wallet.
Uriel got a 3 on their roll, by the way.
Okay. So you do hear there are cars pulling in and out on the bottom floors, but no one appears to be coming up just yet because there was open spots available on the lower floors. You don't see too much else in the way of the confrontation that Lottie hadn't already spotted. You do see a faint tire track, so you don't know if it's from the people who did this or not, but it looks like someone did peel out pretty quickly.
So was there anything interesting in that wallet?
Identification. I think there's a 10 in there. Lottie will open up the wallet again and actually look through it.
There is no money in there. The places where the cards are, that you could tell that they had been fairly worn in, so there were cards, but they have been taken.
Oh,
The ID
I was
had been
wrong.
left, but
Yeah, I was wrong. I thought I saw a 10 in here, but nope. All money and cards are gone. Just the ID was left, which kind of stupid, if you ask me. But, you know,
Well, if the cards were taken and used, we have a trail of where they were or are. Rufus will do a quick check around and see if there's any cameras in the immediate area.
wits or intelligence and investigation or awareness. Either one of those 4. Or either 2 of those 4.
I got 2 successes.
In one of the far corners, you do notice a camera. It's stationary, it's not moving.
That's fine. Lottie, are you good with getting into remote systems?
fairly decent.
Do you think that my computer is able to do said remote systems?
Cocia has no clue. Lottie probably would. Yes?
With the right programs and things like that, you probably could.
Might have to download some stuff, but I think we could do it.
As long as you don't mess with the files that are already on the computer, you can have free reign.
But of course.
Are you going to inspect the camera?
Rufus
Yes,
will.
first Lottie would inspect the camera before messing around with anything else.
Intelligence and technology.
Scared. I'm rolling good tonight. I don't like it. I don't know what's going on.
Let's make up
That's
for
another
the
2
technical
criticals,
difficulties they're having.
and then 3 regular successes. So 7.
That is very much enough to, once you get close to the camera, you realize that it is a fake one. Are you able to
Rufus.
hear still? I will
I would
assume a
assume
no.
Rufus got 2. I don't know if that helps.
No, it looks like a real camera to you.
Oh, good. So he's gonna continue on about what he was going to do until told otherwise by Lottie, which I'm sure would probably happen relatively quickly.
Most likely, yes. We will. Yep, there we go. Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Nope, all good. So your 7 successes allows you to easily realize that the camera is fake. Rufus is continuing to talk on about how you can potentially get information from it.
Rufus, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's fake.
I never understand why they put fake cameras in.
Because, you know, it's that whole fake sense of security. It's like putting the seals on like pills and whatnot. You think they're safe because there's a seal.
Right. Perchance, is there like a rock or a brick or something nearby?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some rubble.
You would like to try to throw it and knock the camera down?
Okay. Strength and brawl or athletics? I'll let either one happen.
While he's doing that, can Lottie search the area to see if there is a real one that's just like hidden better or something maybe?
You could, but there's not.
Okay.
That's one success.
You just barely miss it, and it just goes flying off the structure.
Well, I certainly hope you didn't hit anyone with that.
I didn't throw it very hard. It's fine. He will, however, take the spray paint that he still has and just kind of like spray over the lens.
Easily done. What color did you have?
The black, the white, and the green.
Which color are you using?
Probably black.
Okay. So it doesn't hugely stand out.
No, but if somebody actually does the inspections they're supposed to, they'll see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one spray painted camera later. You guys are left with a vehicle with 3 bodies in it, the bag has been opened, so who knows how badly it smells. So yeah, what would you like to do while you wait for Charlotte's person? Or would you like to not stay at all?
Probably peel out and keep looking.
Also, might want to shut the car doors before we leave. That way the smell of death doesn't attract unwanted attention.
That's probably fair. Quick question for clarification. Were we alerted to the tire track?
No, it was so faint and we're in a car lot. Uriel would probably not have thought much of it.
Okay. Making sure.
Rufus, you get a text from Chris. Hey, where are you guys at?
Out and about. Probably not too far from where you're at, if I had to guess.
Okay, I'm still with them, but there's a problem.
Okay.
T didn't want me to say anything to you guys, but one of them is missing.
Right. At this point, he would call Chris rather than continue texting.
It would ring for a minute and then he'd pick up.
What do you mean missing?
They were out going to school like they did, and then now they're like gone.
Would they be going to school in? And then he just starts naming off the colleges real close by.
Yeah, there was one of those.
Okay. Well, let's. Thank you for the information. What is that one's name? And not name they go by in the group. I'm saying actual name if you know that.
Give me a second. And you can hear he kind of like pulls the phone down and he's talking to a couple other people for a minute.
While that's happening, we have a missing thin blood as well, so I assume the two are tied together since we were in close proximity of the last known location for them as well. Just to let you know.
Great.
Delightful.
You there?
Yes.
Rose Portman.
Good to know. If you have a specific location that you know that they were or near, I would appreciate it. However, we're currently at the parking deck at and gives the location.
Oh, hey, we're not too far from there, actually.
Okay. I don't have enough room in the van for everybody.
Nah, they've got
However-
their own.
Oh, good. I'll meet you at street level.
Okay.
And he will. I assume there's like stairs somewhere close by.
Yeah.
Okay. He will take the van. He'll park it in the parking spot, not super far away, but yeah.
Okay.
Away from the vehicle in question.
Yep.
And
Same floor, though, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's going to turn to everybody else. Like, I'm going down on the street. You're welcome to join me, or you can stay here. Doesn't matter to me.
I don't think there's really much else for us to do up here.
Perhaps not, but Charlotte's people are coming. Shouldn't at least one of us stay? Make sure things get handed off well?
They're capable people. I'm sure they've got it.
Onward then.
Okay. So you all head down to ground floor level. Standing outside there, it's getting later in the evening, so there's less people out. Even despite it being a college area. It takes a couple of minutes, but you do see a beat up red explorer coming around.
Okay. He'll kind of like wave him down.
They'll pull up alongside, and the windows roll down, and T is sitting in the driver's seat. So Chris told me he told you.
Yes, this is one of those things that we're actually fairly good at finding people. So
Yeah, that's what he said. I didn't really want to involve anyone else, but I guess if you're already looking for someone too, might as well help each other.
yeah, we assume that the two are probably going to be related in reason for disappearance.
Alright, so I'm looking for Rosie. She stopped texting me last night while she was heading home. Or back to us.
Okay.
This is the last place I know where she was. Phone's dead. Might be able to find a last track, but I need to get somewhere where I can get a computer to do that. Unless you know someone. I'm not real good at that.
Kind of turns to Lottie and like, is that something that you can handle?
I will try my best.
And it just so happens that I have a computer not too far away.
Okay, I'll, you get stuff set up. I know her account stuff, so.
Okay.
Typity type.
You would need to get to a place with internet first.
Come on, internet is everywhere. What are you talking about? Yeah, no.
Not free internet.
relocate.
Not where you are currently. And Rufus's computer does not have very good Wi-Fi signal.
I'm sure Lottie has one of those really expensive phones that can share data with a computer.
I believe this is where I come in. Uriel will grin from the back of the group as they hold a DIA access card.
Wonderful.
Well, you could attempt that or use your phone. Either way, choice is yours.
Oh, we'll try the card first. If that doesn't work, we'll do a hotspot on the phone.
You would have to go into the DIA to use that. The museum.
Sure. Before we're relocating. See that?
Is that what you wish to do? Go to the museum?
As long as it's not going to take too long.
You will have to drive there. It's not too far away, but you would have to get to that area by driving or walking.
Would it be possible to try the hotspot on the way there?
Let's hotspot first then. Cool. And Lottie will start getting it set up.
There isn't a ton of room in the Explorer. There is a couple of the Thin Bloods there along with Chris. So you can sit back there, but it would be an uncomfortable drive.
No, at that point, if Rufus has already got to go up to the van, he'd drive it down.
Are you trying the hotspot before you get the van?
Well, we would have to get the van to get the computer.
That's fair. So bringing that down to street level. And Teal just laugh at the car. That's a little too on brand, isn't it?
It was cheap.
You.
So Lottie, you get the hotspot fired and up and everything, and you have good phone, good provider. So you're set on that. And now that you have the computer, you can actually do that.
Alright, off we go. Typity type.
So between you and T, you'll start working on some stuff. So add 2 dice to your pool of intelligence and technology.
Ho, 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 ho. Okay, so we have 2 crits again. I'm scared of the crits tonight. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regular successes. So 9?
Okay. And no messy crit or anything like that?
Messy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
1 blank and one regular success on a blood dice. I'm scared of my rolls tonight.
Yeah, a little bit.
For my crappy Discord and internet happening right now.
So smooth as butter. You don't have to double think. Like, you're just typing away and everything goes exactly the way you want it to. And you do manage to find a more recent ping of a location.
Here. Right here. That is less than a block away, I think.
About 2. One or 2. I don't know. Look a little odd, but like, you're good.
Thanks. I always had an interest in technology. You're pretty good yourself.
A little bit. Going to school for IT before it happened. Anyway, we should be going. Chris, you coming with us or you coming with them? And he'll just kind of like shrug. Oh, you guys want me with you?
If you want to help, by all means. Otherwise, you're still free to do whatever it is you want to do.
I mean, we're kind of working together. Like, everyone's working together, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna ride with you if that's okay. Wait, who are you? And he'll point to Uriel.
Dr. Uriel Katzer, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Chris.
It is nice to meet you. And they'll just smile.
Okay. Is there room for me?
We can put the bed down. It'll be fine.
Okay. And then T starts talking again. So, do you want to lead, or you want me to follow, or you want me to lead? You want to follow? What do you want to do?
I'll go first. I don't know what kind of state that we will find them in, nor what we will find them with, so I assume the best, but expect the worst.
Okay. Lead on. And Chris will climb into the back of the car and drop the bed and just kind of plop down on it.
So yeah, Rufus will head to the location that Lottie has graciously provided.
So how did you guys get wrapped up in yet something else?
Charlotte asked us.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that would do it, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
So, like, what are you guys looking for?
Technically speaking, we can't tell you because she has specifically asked us not to tell
Oh.
anyone, not just you. So
Okay. But, like, a person?
the short answer, yes.
So not another Kindred.
That too, but less of a priority. Actually,
What?
somebody that you would be very, very happy to meet, possibly, or eager to meet.
I don't know who else I'd be excited to meet. Like, you guys are enough. I don't really feel like I need to know anymore.
No, there's one more that you should meet, but that's eventually.
I'm lost.
The one that made you like this.
Oh. Yeah, I don't really want to meet him.
It might do you well.
Why?
Because
I
most
don't,
liars.
I don't want to meet the person who killed me.
You always kick him in the nuts when you see him.
Could always what?
Kick him in the nuts when you see him.
Would that hurt still?
We still feel pain to a certain extent. At the very least, it'd be cathartic.
I guess. Oh, I don't like getting in fights and confrontations.
Fair. However, it's an eventuality for us, so being able to isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world.
I guess.
Do not look for me for guidance.
And you guys do pull up. It is... it looks like just a house.
Okay.
It's in a small little neighborhood.
Okay. Rufus will waste absolutely no time. And he will approach the front door, actually.
Okay. So, T will pull up behind you and jump out. Everyone else stays in the car there. What are you doing? Like, so this is it, but like, what are you doing?
Sometimes it's best to meet your problems head on.
That's how you get shot.
I've been shot before, it's fine.
Right.
Oh,
I'll be over there.
Right, yeah, you still get hurt like you used to. I forget about that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So she will move away, not be too far in case something does happen, but definitely out of any lines of sight or fire or anything like that. What are the rest of you doing as Rufus is making his way up to the door?
William is going to head around back to make sure whatever happens doesn't come out from the back.
Okay. It is a fenced-in yard. The fence isn't locked, but it is chain link.
Scale the fence and jump it.
Okay.
Since Lottie is still on the computer, can she see if she can, like, remote access any home security or anything?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me another roll. No additional dice this time.
One, two, three success, or 4 successes. Sorry, I couldn't count.
Okay. That would be enough to, like, you were able to get into someone's, internet, and you can see a Ring camera. So you can... it's not the house that you're looking for, unfortunately. So the first one you get to is kind of a bust. And as you're looking for another one, which you can find, but it's going to take you a second because you picked the wrong one initially. But you do get in. It doesn't... You think you're in the right one now, but there doesn't seem to be any security that you can tap into.
Okay.
But you are on their Wi-Fi.
With the one Ring camera that I was able to access, can I, like, loop the video feed or whatever so that we're not actually there?
Would you rather work on seeing what you can get into the house that you think is the correct one, or see if you can find any other securities to loop?
Ooh. Both. No, first, though, we'll do the house that I hope is the right one. See if I can get anything from that.
So that'll take you a minute to do. William, you get around back. All of the blinds or curtains are drawn. The house is closed up fairly tight. Uriel?
Keeping Sense the Unseen up, they would follow William.
Okay. You do not see anything hidden. So, where would you like to be positioned? You said follow William?
Yes.
Okay. So you're headed to the back with him. Rufus, you are alone. T's kind of off to the side. How would you like to go about this?
Looking in any windows on the front of the house to try to see anything inside.
Blinds are drawn. You can't see through them.
Okay. Is there a window on the front door?
There is not, but there's a peephole. But you can't really see inside of it.
He's gonna be kind of crazy and just see if they left the door unlocked.
It is locked.
I assumed as much.
Give everyone except Lottie, give me wits and awareness.
Two successes.
And this is for sound, Uriel, if that changes things for you.
It's pretty quiet out, right?
Yes.
So yeah, no, we're fine for now.
2 for me as well.
Okay.
3.
Okay. So Rufus and William don't really hear anything. Uriel, you do hear the sound of what might be a door closing from the inside of the house.
William, there's someone in there.
Good to know. And William is going to give the back door a jiggle to see if it opens.
It is also locked.
My culture matrix get a door open.
Can you what?
He's going to turn to Uriel and say, "Do you know any culture matrix to get a door open?"
No. I might. I don't think I do. However, I might be able to get a sense of what's going on. And Uriel would like to use premonition to see if they can kind of get an idea of where the person inside will be moving.
Oh, let me look that one up, because I was not prepared for that one. I forgot you had that.
I have it pulled up. Do you just want me to read it to you?
Let me... It's under Auspex, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
Level 2 Auspex.
I have it right here. I will comprehend it better if I can read it.
Okay.
Okay. Resolve an Auspex. And I believe it will take a rouse check as well.
It says free or 1 rouse check for some reason, so it's totally up to you.
The user can actively provoke a premonition by focusing on a subject, making a rouse check, and rolling resolve an Auspex.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well,
So since you're forcing it, you would need to do the rouse check.
yes. I passed the rouse check, so now it's resolve an Auspex. Three successes.
Okay. So, the strike of inspiration that comes from your bestial blood is that door that you heard was a basement door. They're hiding something down there. What you're seeking is probably down there. And there might be more than one of them guarding it. And there's a desperation there from them. It's hard to tell
Wait.
for what, but there is a desperation and a hunger.
All right. William sees Uriel close their eyes and like listen really intently for a minute before they come back with, they're in the basement. They're being guarded. And something's hungry. We should join the others and warn them.
Alright, let's go.
In the meantime, Rufus, what would you have done?
He will try
So the
to
door was
jimmy a
locked.
window. He will try to jimmy a window open.
Okay. You start to, and it does actually start to open a little bit, but it feels stuck. You probably could force it.
He would first off make sure that the window's not actually locked. And if it is, get that unlocked, because Dengle knows how to do it.
No,
I would assume
it's
he would.
it is not locked. It just feels stuck from age or paint, or for some reason it's sticking but not locked because it has give.
I will absolutely attempt to do that then.
Okay.
For clarification, I'm gonna strengthen athletics, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. It's only blood dice.
Cool.
Oh, hey.
Cool.
That's
Cool.
too
Cool.
big to be anything else.
Oh boy. Let's see. We will come back to that in a moment. Lottie, you are in. There isn't too much that you are able to get hold of, but what would you like to try to do?
So I'm not getting anything from this system, correct?
There is like a computer, there's some lower leveled things to get in there. There's not a security system or anything like that. Is there something you would like to attempt to try?
Okay, I misunderstood. Okay. Yeah, let's try to connect it to the computer and get it booted up.
Okay. So it was already on. You can get in. There was... They seem to... Someone was playing like a video game or something when you connect to it. So like... There's some internet connection there. So you are connected to their computer.
Is it an actual computer or a laptop?
A laptop, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Can I turn on the camera and see who I'm looking at? Or who's on it?
Yeah, actually you can. So you see a room. There is no windows there. And there is kind of an annoyingly bright light, so there might be fluorescent light. You don't see anyone specifically in the line of sight. But as you connect to the sound, you do hear, not clearly, because they're not close and the laptop is not the greatest for audio or visual quality, typically, especially audio. There is some garbled words, but you can make out the words locked, door, who, something else in between, looking for us. And that's as far as you've gotten. So, William and Uriel, as you come around the front, Rufus has forced open... How many successes did you get? I'm sorry?
Oh, I got 0. I just got a bestial failure.
Okay. He is attempting to force the window open and seems to be giving it his all. And it's not moving.
Reverend, a moment before you break something, please.
Break something? Okay, and he'll pick up a rock and chuck it through the window.
Before...
Lottie, you hear them loudly proclaim, "What the?" After you hear faint sounds of something breaking. But you can't tell if you hear it from outside or from inside.
Sweet. Lottie's gonna quickly, if she can, disconnect the session and run outside and be like, "Guys, what's going on?"
Rufus, I'm just gonna let this happen for story purposes. You have broken the window.
He will kind of take his hand and start knocking out any glass and just kind of start climbing through the window. Now, what was it that you wanted to tell me?
As it crashed, Uriel would have flinched back like really hard and covered their ears. And then seeing him start to clear off the glass, I was like, they're in the basement. They're being guarded by something hungry. Be careful.
Right. Careful. And he'll pull out his personal protective device and a small knife. Both.
Okay.
This is careful, right?
They know we're here, too, just so you know.
Oh, fantastic. And Uriel's gonna reach into their pocket and pull out some of those little foam earplugs and pop them in before getting closer to Rufus.
Probably a good call there. And the rest of you?
William's going to tell T if anyone else comes out, take care of them. Without us, at least.
I'm sorry, one more time?
William's going to tell T if anyone comes out without them to take care of them.
Oh, yeah. The rest of us will stay outside. We're not going to go inside yet.
According to Uriel, they are in the basement. They are being guarded by something hungry.
Definitely not going in there, then. Okay. So, Rufus. It is a little bit dark in there. The room you entered in does not have a light on, but it looks like a room further in may have like a kitchen or something, so you can still see.
Okay. You will firearm up, proceed through the house. Then also his small knife at the side.
Okay. So most of the doors are closed. So you entered into what looks to be a living room. It's not an overly large house, but it is decently decorated. There is a stairwell leading up, and you don't know where the basement is as doors are closed.
Right. He will assume if he is able to go on the other side of that stairwell, and that will lead down.
So you do proceed into the hallway and around the corner to track around the other side of it.
Yes.
And you left the door locked, so everyone has to climb through the window.
I mean, why not?
Yep. Who's entering, who is staying out?
William's going in. He is going to put up heightened sentences for a couple seconds just to see what you can hear.
All right, give me wits and awareness plus aspects.
I'm going to burn the willpower. Okay, 3.
Okay. So you do hear talking from underneath you. It's kind of faint. They're attempting to be quiet, but you still can hear them. And they are discussing. There's 2 people talking. You can hear them discussing back and forth about who would be trying to find them, what they should do, and to grab their... One of them is going to grab their gun. And that someone... It sounds like they may be talking to another person, but to stay down here to keep an eye on the others. And that's all you hear so far.
William will drop heightened senses and tell everyone that there's 3 of them down there. And they're unarmed.
You'll get a word of acknowledgement from Red as he makes sure that Silence of Death is also currently being fully utilized.
Okay. So, Uriel, or I'm sorry, we'll get back to Uriel in a second. Lottie, you ran out. Rufus climbed in after breaking a window. What are you doing?
Yeah, wonderful question. Lottie is not going to climb through a window. No, she is not. She is too short for that crap. And close. Hello. Slightly regretting her decision to sever the connection, she's gonna try to get back in if she can.
Okay.
And try to provide some sort of distraction on the technical side.
Okay, yeah. It'll be easier this time just because you've already done it, but go ahead and give me intelligence and tech.
Not as good as the first time around. 3 successes.
That's fine. You needed like 2. Because like I said, you've already done it. So you are able to get back in. What would you like to do to cause a distraction? You do have access to sound, internet. You could do all sorts of things.
I can. But you said that the house was not like... oh my gosh. Words.
There is no security system that you can find.
That's right. And there's also no like Siri or whatever.
Now that you're looking for it, there is.
Oh,
but
cool.
It's just a sound one.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You don't know where it is though, but there is a connection.
She will try to mess with that. Let's just start some music.
Okay. What genre or sounds would you like to put on?
Oh, great. Let's see. What is something very British? I don't know.
The Beatles?
Sure. We will start slowly playing the Beatles. Oh, my guitar gently weeps. That's what we'll play. Da-da.
Oh, okay. That was not what I was hoping for. Anyway, so the rest of you, out of nowhere.
Instead? I mean, that one's good too.
That's what my mind initially went to, just blaring it. There's many options that you could choose from. So you could just set it on a random loop of very British songs.
Yep, that's what we'll do.
And volume on max, I assume?
Let's start it off real quiet, and then by the time it gets to the second song, it's blaringly loud.
Okay, so the first song, 3-4 minutes long-ish?
Probably at least 3 minutes. I think the older songs were only like 2 to 3 minutes long.
Okay. So, inside, you guys begin to hear music from the living room. Are you also playing it through the laptop real fast?
Yes.
Okay. So you hear music from the living room. Uriel, what would you like to do?
Kind of hesitant to climb in through a window. Uriel will track over to Lottie just to make sure she's not alone while this is going on. Keep an eye out for anyone that might approach the van while she's working.
Well, she's not on the van anymore because she exited.
Well, keep an eye for anyone that might approach from another direction.
Okay.
Wouldn't I have had to go back into the van for the laptop?
Yeah, I guess then you guys don't hear the music yet because time differences and all that. I assume you just brought it with you. Okay. When was the last time Rufus would have charged that?
It probably kind of stays on a charger, almost.
Okay. I just had to ask if it was going to die on her during this. Okay, so the music isn't starting quite yet. But you guys make your way down the hallway, Rufus and William. You enter what looks to be the kitchen and potentially probably combined dining room. There is, bless you, a door near the kitchen and one kind of off towards where the living room is, and there was one door in the hallway.
Okay. He would probably pop the door open in the hallway just to make sure.
Okay,
First,
it's like a half
and
bathroom.
And then just kind of work his way around.
So the one in the kitchen or the one in the eating area?
In the kitchen.
Okay. So that leads to the garage.
Okay. Then proceeding to the eating area.
So that one... Give me another wits and awareness before you open it.
Both of us?
Yep.
That would be 4 successes for me.
Okay.
Three for William.
Okay. Rufus, you hear it before William. There are footsteps quietly coming up the steps.
Oh, good. He will just kind of take a couple steps back and just hold his firearm up and just point it at the door, waiting for the door to open.
Okay. And William, about this time you hear them as well.
William will ready his firearm as well.
Okay. And so, the music begins. And the footsteps hesitate. And you can hear a, "What the fuck?" from behind the door. And nothing happens for a minute. And then you hear another set of footsteps at the base of the stairs. And one of them, a voice. William, you heard this one talk. What is going on? Where? Thought you turned that shit off. And then you don't hear a response. And the door handle begins to turn. and the door starts to swing open.
Okay.
Are you doing anything before... As the door opens, would you like to do anything? It reveals a man standing there, and he is also holding a firearm. However, he was looking away as he opened it, so he was not prepared for you guys.
Okay. Rev will at least give him the chance to think smartly. Drop it, please.
Are you attempting to intimidate?
Yes.
Okay. Either manipulation or charisma and intimidation. I'll give you either.
It's always manipulation.
I know. I'm being nice. William, as Rufus says that, would you like to also hold a fire, or would you like to fire?
Hold the fire.
That would be 4 successes.
Okay. Active wins it. He got 4 too. So he will, at the sound of your voice, turn and hesitate for a moment. And then, seeing both of you leveraging weapons at him, slowly lower his arm and not move.
And your friend behind you.
The hand not holding the weapon kind of reaches out behind him and waves.
Rufus will kind of step forward and grab him with the knife hand. Not stabbing him, but like grab his shirt and kind of shove him toward William as he takes a look down the stairs at the other person.
They are holding a knife.
You might want to drop it.
The hell are you?
You don't want to find out. No, get out here and drop it.
Yeah, he will. He'll actually drop the knife where he's standing. And then, like, terrified, make his way up.
Good. What else is down there?
Why do you want to know? Why are you here?
We're looking for people. I actually don't necessarily want to hurt you. He might.
Pointing to William.
Yes.
William's going to act intimidating.
Roll me manipulation and intimidation.
Two successes.
Okay. Not huge, but on top of Rufus's. You can see both of them begin to breathe faster. Their breath picks up in fear. They are apparently living. Mortal. We didn't mean to take anyone who'd want to to be found? Who'd someone would find them?
Why did you take people in the first place?
They didn't take people.
What did you take then?
What are you? Two of you?
And what am I?
Fucking vampire?
Do you get paid to find us and take us?
No, we needed to not die.
There are better ways of doing that. It's called medicine.
Look, we didn't mean to take the other guy who was like us.
Where are they?
We'll point to the basement.
Are they harmed?
Kinda.
Are they alive?
Yes.
And who do you belong to?
No one.
Who did you belong to?
Fucking dead now.
Right. That's not what I asked. What were they, clan-wise?
Nas.
Oh, wonderful. You need to stop poking around and messing things up. How old are you? How
Old
long
enough
have
that
you
I
been-
don't want to go through it.
So you've been under their effects for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wonderful. William, I'll be right back. Don't let these two leave.
And at
Where's
this
the
point, they
third?
both kind of have their hands up, like, don't hurt us.
Who's the third that's with you?
He's downstairs. He's with them.
Is he like you or like us?
All of them are like us. All of us. All three of us.
Go ahead and have a seat on the floor or a chair. I don't care which. Let's be near each other.
I'm having a really hard time understanding you tonight. Can you repeat that?
Go ahead and either have a seat on the floor or a chair. I don't care which. Just be near each other.
They will take a seat in the dining chairs.
Rufus will start heading downstairs. He will also send a text message to Lottie. Need somebody inside, please.
Okay, do you want me to turn off the music first? Did the music help?
It helped.
So Lottie will turn off the music and then turn for our lovely new friend. The Reverend needs somebody inside. Do you want to go in or do you want me to?
I'll go in. You stay and monitor the technology.
Alright.
Are you climbing in through the window?
Yes, they will sigh and brace themselves to climb in through the window.
You climb in. Rufus had knocked off the glass, so it's not a challenge and you don't get hurt doing it. So you
Well,
tumble into the living room.
Uriel will make their way around to wherever Rev is.
Okay. So you go into the hallway and then enter into the kitchen dining area and see William holding two people sitting in chairs, kind of at gunpoint.
Ah, yes, William. Is your reverend downstairs then?
Yep, there's a ghoul down there.
Excellent. And Uriel will go over and let's see, one of them dropped a gun, right?
Yes, he would have eventually dropped it.
Yeah, Uriel will go ahead and pick up the dropped gun and then follow Reverend downstairs.
So he had just started entering the basement. I assume you were waiting a moment to give them time.
Yeah, a couple, 30 seconds or so.
Yep. So you're halfway, quarter way down.
Yeah.
Are you still attempting to be quiet?
Yes, you would still have Silence of Death going.
So, Uriel, if you are attempting to be quiet, I will need a stealth check from you because I don't believe you have that.
That would be correct. I do not have that yet.
Whole coterie of Silence of Death.
Damn straight.
That would be one success.
You managed to hit like every creaking stair on your way down. But it's fine.
They already know we're here, I'm sure.
It's not overly loud. It's just, it feels loud to you. So, Uriel is behind you, Rufus.
Okay, I assume that it's fairly well lit in here.
Yes, the lights are on.
Okay. Do I see any persons?
So, going down the stairs, there is a small walkway and then there's a wall. So you can go to either side of it. It looks like it is walled off. It's not open. Go heading down. But the stairs are somewhat in the middle of the house.
Okay.
So you could go to either direction on the other side.
He will kind of keep his back to the wall and go to the right.
Okay. So, going to the right, you initially see the laptop that Lottie was using. It is facing, as you come around, the desk is facing the back wall, which is why she was not able to see anything. But there is, in front of it, what looks like a makeshift cage. And you see a couple people inside of it. And one person has moved around the back of it. So you can kind of see them still, but they're not fully hidden. But kind of attempting to make it difficult to see them. Or at least get them in sights. And they are watching the stairway.
Okay. Seeing as he hasn't, there's not really a way to like hide himself.
Not coming down the stairs. You could try to swing back around to the left, but unsure if they saw you. You can give me Dex and Stealth.
That's fine. He'll just barge right into the room.
Okay.
And be like,
Yeah.
You want to come out from there?
What'd you do to the others?
They're still alive, that's what you're asking.
What are you gonna do to us?
wholly depends on you. I assume you're another one of the Nosferatu progeny.
Yeah. And he will come around the side of it, but you can see he's pointing the gun at someone in the cage.
You have two choices. You can either drop the gun, or I can shoot you. Which one would you like?
You shoot me, I shoot too.
At this point, he will use awe.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, is that so?
So he doesn't move the gun away yet, but he is obviously just getting distracted about what he was originally planning on doing.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to give you another chance to think about what you're doing. Would you like to drop the gun? Or would you like to have at it? You have till the count of 5.
You can see him hesitate. But the gun does eventually lower.
Smart. Then he'll start walking over.
The person does not move.
Okay. He will reach for said firearm.
Real fast. Uriel, what are you doing?
They're holding the gun off to the side, ready to bring it up should something happen, but
Are you
trying
following?
No, they will wait in the doorway.
So you are downstairs and you can see what's happening.
Yes.
Okay. I was just making sure you weren't waiting on the steps.
No.
Okay. So, Rufus, you reach for the firearm.
Yes.
There is no resistance once you go to take it.
Okay. Once he has it, it's like, for future reference, don't play with people that are stronger than you. And he will actually, not really trying to hurt him, but he'll, elbow him in the gut and just kind of grab him and start dragging him away.
He's not fighting you. He is make a wounded sound when you elbow him in the gut, but he's not fighting you as his entire attention is focused on you. There's slight resistance, but it's not real.
Okay. Uriel, if you would put this one upstairs as well.
Let's go.
And then from there, trying to assess people in cages.
Okay. So, walking over there, you see at what you didn't really get a good viewpoint of before. There is kind of a low table in there, and you see a woman with a stake through her on the table. There is Lawrence tied up. And then another person, the person that T had described to you, or as Chris had described to you on the drive over as being Rosie, tied up.
Okay. He will attempt to open the cage. And then we get the 2 known friendlies to come out.
Dex and larceny, unless you're spending time looking for the key or talking to the one of the 3 about it. We'll
try Dex and larceny first.
Okay. need a 3.
Just making sure I've got the right. So he will fail that. He got 1. However, then he'll just kind of take a minute, look around for the key,
Okay.
see if it is.
Investigation and wits or intelligence, whichever's better for you.
Okay, so wit's got it. That one was a 3.
Makes sense that it probably is near where they sit, so you go check the computer area, and in one of the drawers you do find it pushed under some papers.
Okay.
So you are able to get it unlocked. The staked person is still awake. They don't appear to have fallen into torpor yet.
Oh, good.
And then what would you like to do with the others?
I'll get Rosie and Lawrence unbound because I assume they're bound up.
Yes, they are tied to where they can't really move.
And I will give Charlotte a call saying we found Lawrence. They are, and give the address.
Wonderful. I will have someone sent over immediately. Is he harmed?
For the most part, no. They're a little bit worse for wear, but it'll heal.
Good.
We have the 3 responsible as well. You can do what you want with them.
I
They used to be
see.
Nosferatu progeny.
What a mess that has left us.
Yes. They just don't want to die, but meh. They picked the wrong avenue to go about doing said actions.
Yes, they did. I will have a vehicle sent over. Thank you.
Not a problem. And then as for the staked individual, Rev will attempt to carry them upstairs, still staked because he's not taking that chance on his own.
Fair enough. Just roll me strength and athletics to see how well this goes over.
Back into the wall. Smack into the wall.
2.
Okay, so you actually manage it. It's good. You can get them upstairs. With minor difficulties. You do smack their head a couple of times, but it'll be fine, right?
I mean, that's the best I can do without rolling crits, and I don't want to roll crits.
No, you don't want to roll crit. So yeah, they're fine. Probably.
And he will, if there's an island or a large table to put them on, he will do that. Otherwise,
There's a table.
They're going on the floor.
There's a table large enough that their limbs might hang off, but like you can get them on the table.
Okay. And he will just kind of grab one of the 3 and take his blade and just kind of slit their hand open and make them like feed this
Okay.
individual.
Everyone's below 2 hunger, correct?
Yes.
That too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rosie stares. But she doesn't lunge forward or anything like that. And the blood trickles into the throat of the staked woman.
Okay. After a while, he goes,
You can
I'm
see
going to take.
the guy getting faint a little bit. He's like starting to act a bit dizzy.
Yeah. like, I'm going to take this out now. Rufus, by the way. And he just kind of yanks it out.
So, the minute you rip it out, there's a moment where there's stillness, and then they lunge upwards and suck in an unneeded, fake breath, but still unconscious need for having been in a death-like state for so long. How did you find me?
We were looking for the ghoul. And the thin blood, actually. Her, Rosie.
Valentina didn't send you.
Oh, you're one of hers.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's advantageous. No, however, it might do well to hand deliver you, because I don't know if you have any electronic devices or whatever on you, and I'm sure getting you home is top priority.
Yeah. And she'll there's just a big massive hole in her chest. I don't want to be seen.
Right. Uriel or William, it doesn't really matter. Can you please search for a blanket or a coat or something to kind of help?
Sure, I'll be back. Try not to bleed out while I'm gone. And they'll just kind of...
You can find one in the living room easily enough. There's a throw blanket. What have you done to the man that you force-fed to the Ventru?
Sat him down.
Not attempting to close his wound at all or anything like that?
Oh no, he can suffer that pain. It's fine.
Ah, okay. Okay. Would you stop one of the others from going to try and help him?
No, I mean, they're able to help him.
Okay.
It's just
So,
I'm not going to stop it.
One of them would rush over and pull off their shirt to start wrapping it. So, Uriel, you come back with the blanket. And Rufus, you were able to grab that. Or, the Venture grabs that and wraps it around herself.
My van is outside. You're more than welcome to not necessarily make yourself at home, but make yourself a wanted guest.
Thank you.
Figured it was the least I could do.
So she will make her way out. You hear the front door open. And then T comes running in after. What happened? Rosie. And she'll go over and grab her and check her over. And Rosie kind of acting like she's in a little bit of shock right now. And just is staring at the guy.
You're more than free if you really want to. I'm not going to stop you.
I don't want to kill anyone.
Nobody does. Sometimes it happens accidentally. And given the circumstances that they were keeping you in, I don't think anybody would necessarily blame you.
She'll just shake her head and close her eyes and, like, try to move away. He kind of guides her out to the hallway. What happened? What went on here?
Ghouls looking for their next fix.
That's it? Like, no. There's been some crazy shit happening here. That was all?
Yes.
Get up there fairly quick.
Well, guess I'm not surprised they went after us.
By chance, does she baby teeth?
Bagger.
Right, but is she able to actually puncture with?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just curious. Yeah. No, these three were Nosferatu. Ghouls. We're gonna figure out what to do with them shortly.
Who sent you?
Well, and kind of look over to Lawrence and like his boss.
Don't know him.
Right. Forgive me for this particular, but unless if he's willing to disclose, I'm kind of told not to.
Lawrence will shake his head.
Not required to follow that, but be wise.
So one of the big bads, then.
You can put it on pretty good authority, then, probably.
Thanks for saving one of my own.
Absolutely. Like I said, I actually like Thinblood. They tend to have a bad reputation for no reason.
Well, you're one of the weird ones, then.
No, just... well, yes.
We'll be in touch.
I believe you have my contact information. If you don't, you can ask Chris.
Right. I'm gonna go make sure Rosie doesn't do something she's gonna regret.
Okay. Have a good night. I assume you're going to leave.
Yeah. Have a good one. And she will walk out and you hear the door close again. Lottie, you have been outside this whole time, I believe.
Yes, I have.
So, assuming you're watching the door, you, after a while, you do see a woman walk out with a blanket wrapped around, heading to the van.
Do I recognize her?
Just roll me charisma real fast. So tell me how many successes you get. And you also see T running inside.
1.
No, you do not recognize this one. You haven't been at Valentina's too much, so.
No.
So yeah,
So
she's
Lottie's
making her way to the van.
Lottie's just gonna stare at her as she gets closer and closer to the van. Can I help you?
I was told to come out here. Yeah, Rufus told me to come here.
I'm inside.
Are you...
I'm Lottie. I was doing some technology trickery to try to make a distraction for the others.
Okay. So you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. And you are?
Caitlin.
Nice to meet you.
And as she climbs in, you can see why she was hesitating at first, because there is a large gaping wound in her chest.
That looks painful.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
guess you're not a ghoul.
No, I'm Venture.
Ah, a clansman.
Oh, you too. You're not one of Valentina's.
I am not.
Makes sense. I don't recognize you.
I am newer to the city.
Right. I guess what brought you here, but I don't really care right now.
That's absolutely fine. What, would you rather have my jacket than that ratty blanket?
Everything's ruined right now. I would need like a whole new shirt.
I mean, I would say let's just go to my house and I could re-outfit you, but that would cause issues because of a nosy person.
I can wait.
We'll get you home soon, I'm sure. And then you can re-dignify yourself. No offense.
That would be
you know
nice.
how.
Yeah, I've been stuck down there with a stake through my chest for a few days.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So you two continue to lightly talk. Rufus, William, and Uriel. Lawrence is there. He is unbound, and you are waiting on... Are you waiting? Are you exiting? What would you like to do?
William is going to guard these three until he's told otherwise.
Uriel will kind of wait and see how things play out.
They just continue to try and staunch the bleeding. So, after a little bit, Lottie, you see it first. A kind of large truck, sedan. Words escape me, I'm sorry. And cars are difficult for me. Comes out kind of quickly and stops in front of the house. And two people get out of the vehicle. They leave it running, though.
Do I recognize them?
No, but they are dressed in the outfits that Charlotte's people wear.
Okay, then I'm not worried about it at all. Just let them do their business.
Okay. So you guys hear the door open once again and see these same two people come through. And Lawrence shakily stands up to greet them.
Oh,
and
good.
they
It
will-
looks like reinforcements are here.
And the one that came through first will nod. Yes, Miss Charlotte sent us. We were told there's some people to bring back.
Yes.
If she wants them.
We were told that as long as most of them come back, that's fine. If you would like one, you are free to have one. Or
He'll
two.
turn to the 3.
We just need someone.
He's gonna kind of laugh and be like, "Take the one that's already hurt." I apologize. I had other business with them.
It is Miss Charlotte's pleasure to allow this in response of your aid. And the one that hasn't spoken has been helping Lawrence get up and start making his way out. And the one that was speaking to you grabs the one whose wound has been roughly sealed with a bandage. If there is nothing else, we will take our leave, and Miss Charlotte will be in contact.
Very well.
And he, frog marches the guy out. And the other two are just left staring at you in fear.
Now I'm going to ask a couple questions to see exactly how useful you are. And I'll kind of turn to William. What is it that you wanted to do with your whole music thing?
Looking for an animator.
Can either of you two do that?
The one that was on these steps at first, that opened the door, kind of shifts his head side to side. Little bit. I haven't done it in a long time.
Well, William, it's your lucky day. You have a free animator. Assuming that you want to take him under your wing.
Is there a pen and paper nearby?
Oh no, just, do the thing.
You can find paper if you want it.
I'll grab ones. That's the guy show him what he's got.
Really? I haven't... Everything I did was on tablets.
Just do your best.
It's very shaky. It's not a super great drawing. But he's also borderlining a panic attack right now.
Passable, and maybe you'll make something out of you.
So, as for you, would you like big, scary, whatever the hell I am? Or would you like them? What can you do for us?
I was sent out to just gather information. I could do the whole stand still and not be seen thing.
Right. You do realize that changes, right? If you go under somebody else.
I've never been under anyone else.
Oh, good. Uriel, would you like them, or would you like me to have them?
I have a feeling you might be able to make more use of them than I would at this point. While I do appreciate the offer, I think the Chantry would be far happier to get them out of our territory.
Good. I do need a daytime representative, and he will immediately, effectively just ghoul them.
Okay.
That
takes-
What do you want to do? Rest guy.
Okay. Give me rouse checks, guys, because it takes a rouse check's worth of Vitated to do that. They are ghouled, but they're probably nearing the end of it, given how long it's been.
Yeah. I do actually pass mine.
Cool.
I also pass mine.
All right, not a problem then. So the bond hasn't fully taken place, given the mishmashing of Kindred Vitae they've been stealing, but the start of it is there, and they relax a little bit.
Will that satiate what you need?
Thank you.
Now, my suggestion is, I assume that you have money.
Yeah.
Do you own this house?
This one's mine, yeah.
Okay. You open to relocating?
Whatever keeps me fed.
Good. You'll be moving. I do apologize for the neighborhood. It's not the best. You'll be safe, though. That's all that really matters.
It's fine.
And you'll just kind of write down on the piece of paper the bad drawings on his number and be like, call me tomorrow about an hour after sunset.
Okay.
We can talk about terms then.
Right. While Rufus is having that conversation, William, you give the person, the man in the vitae, is there anything you would like to say or do to him? Same with Rufus. The bond is beginning to take hold, but given everything that's in their system already, it hasn't fully latched on, but the start of it is there. So it would be a one dot of it so far.
And I was going to give him his number and said, call me at some point tomorrow and we'll give you any next fix.
Okay. Nothing else? And he'll look over to Rufus and the conversation he's having. That's all you need?
I'll need some stuff from you later, but I'm still working on what I need to get done first. Because I'm
Okay.
looking for indicators.
Okay. You get me the stuff, I'll practice.
And get yourself a drawing tablet too. I'd like to see what you can do on that.
Okay. Are you leaving them here?
Leaving them here for the night with the reminder of don't do anything stupid.
Okay. Same for you, William?
Yep.
So, you head back to the van?
Yes.
So, the games run long. We can either do the drop off for Valentina's brood, potentially. One of Valentina's people tonight, or we can pick it up next game.
Didn't Rev need to meet with Valentina anyway?
I mean, we will pick up from this spot next game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we can continue to play.
I will defer to everyone else because I don't sleep anyway.
I'm starting to fade.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to report you all full long too. I apologize.
That's
I
fine.
should need to go to bed soon.
Okay. Then we will call that here for the evening. We will pick up here next game. And then do a second night then as well. Because we're coming upon later evening in this game. Or early morning, I should say. So, thank you for joining us during this fun game. It was interesting to see everyone's reactions and how things were handled. Got to learn and meet a new Kindred, a Tremere at this point, one we haven't really seen too much of in any of our games. But on to announcements real fast. Our website is now up to date, and Nicola's Cryptid Catchers is all set up and good to go on there because I'd been forgetting to do that. All of our podcasts are on there, and we are now also on Amazon Podcasts and Audible. So, we're branching out a little bit more. If you can, like us, follow, subscribe, comment, anything you're able to do, and get the word out of our stuff, because we would love to be able to expand upon this a little bit more. And constructive criticism, if you have it for us, please don't just be mean. So on our website, you can find a link to Dice Legion, where you can get a discount on dice. They are pretty nice dice. I have to admit, we've used them several times over. The link will take you directly to be able to get the discount, and you'll help us as well if you do that. There's also a link to our Patreon if you wish to support us. You can find some after game talks and just... That's currently all that's on there, but there is plans for other things. And you also get a lot of perks at any of the price points that we have available. And potentially more incoming that we are still discussing internally. I don't believe I've missed anything.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. So, thank you for joining us on Blood and Hope Detroit, and we hope to see you again for the conclusion of this episode. Have a good night, or a good day, whenever you're listening to.
Sweet dreams.